What is the psychological cost of a bad tattoo? I do cross-disciplinary studies on trauma and resilience in incarcerated men. Some of that work involves tattoo symbolism. This book contains this flowchart figure which describes potential outcome paths depending upon if people feel positively or negatively about their tattoos. Screen grab it here if you're interested, but I'll go over a couple of takeaways now. Broadly speaking, there are two categories of tattoo meaning presented in the figure. One is personal. I want to display something about what I stand for or something unconventional about myself. The other is social. I want to show my affiliation to a group, like a gang, or perhaps like those Olympic tattoos that the athletes get. Social may also include things like memorial tattoos or commitments to a partner. I might also add a third category, which is sort of like a non-meaning or a fuck it category. Though with those types of tattoos, there is still an embedded meaning involved because you are displaying that you are the type of person who is down to get a fuck it tattoo. So if these are the categories of meaning, then the categories of costs related to our tattoos that we don't feel so pumped about should mirror them. For example, on a personal level, a bad tattoo may increase secrecy, the desire to hide it, and it also may increase negative self-talk. And taken together, the secrecy and the negative self-talk, well, that's a pretty potent shame concoction. And on a social or relational level, the costs could be avoidance or negative perception of the person or people who have been critical or off-put by your tattoo, as well as potential negativity towards the social bond or the social group that the tattoo, before it came out bad, was intended to represent. Honey, I love you, but the tattoo that I got on my ring finger in order to commemorate that love is crooked, so I love you a little less now. But the part of this that is most relevant to my research is the way that the person with the bad tattoo may disavow responsibility. Like, that tattoo artist totally sucked, or I was totally peer pressured into getting that tattoo in the first place. This type of psychological disengagement tends to be considered unhealthy, but whether it is in response to a bad tattoo or just bad behavior, I am beginning to wonder if a partial, temporary disengagement may actually be helpful and that it gives people a little bit of breathing room to detach and begin to process their hard feelings, which to me is a whole lot better than sitting in shame.